NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got...
Goodness.
Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Aguirre. Nowitzki outside. Shoots over Leonard. Rebound by the Clippers. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their...
Yeah, just superior athleticism. Chris Dunn soaring for the jam with that impressive vertical.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 4-point game. Doncic with the steal. First quarter, just over a minute played. To the left side wing. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Powell with the steal. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Leonard. Powell sets a screen for Leonard. And the dunk by Powell.
Boy, when asked to take on this role, guys, Kawhi Leonard has proven to be a reliable facilitator.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Doncic passes to Nowitzki. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
Mavericks basketball.
And so here is Dallas. Here is Aguirre. Nowitzki with the screen on Powell. Here's Aguirre. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Done outside. Oh, Leonard in position. Nowitzki with the steal. Inside. Out to Doncic. And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Dallas also making a switch. At least checked in for Aguirre. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Nowitzki, that's for 2. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
The Mavericks trailing. Knocked away. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Lobs it up for Zubac. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Man, did Zubac get off his feet in a hurry. What a finish.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Donaldson. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, gritty play.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Doncic passes to Donaldson. Here's Nowitzki. And the rejection by Zubac. And he recovers it. And staying with the play, Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 5 now.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Down low. And the basket by Blackman.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to talk to his guys. Mavericks making a switch here. Harper's checked in. The Clippers in the lead. Harden outside. Jacks up a 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Well, the pre-shot preparation of James Harden is exceptional. He knows in this instance that as soon as the ball touches his hands, he's got to be ready to fire.
And the dunk by Powell.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
.121 left to play here in the first. Doncic passes to Nowitzki. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Powell. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, you see what the defense wants to give up there. Luka more than comfortable in the mid-range.
Here's Leonard. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Leonard. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. It's blocked. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another shot. The kick out to Harper. Nowitzki for 3. And they'll get another chance. Donaldson missed it, even after all those chances. Back to Zubac, and stolen by Nowitzki. Pass to Harper. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Leonard on the wing. Over. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it.
Norman Powell. He's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He caused a lot of headaches with his defense that quarter, coming up with steals again and again. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Jackson. Bradley is out there with Derek Harper, and it's Mashburn in at the 4.
The calling card of Jimmy Jackson, a fantastic jump shooter, always looking to fire.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Donnie's checked in for Simmons. Dallas also making some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Bradley. And Aguirre's subbed in for Jackson. Aguirre passes to Blackman. Chandler with the screen on Bogdanovich. Pass to Chandler. Here's Harper. And Jones sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Bradley's checked in for Chandler.
Number 44, John Bradley.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here's Bogdanovich for three. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Mavericks trail by 4. Got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now this quarter.
And if you let Bogdanovich square up from mid-range, it's going to be a long night.
Pass to Aguirre. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Aguirre's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned. I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
And the Mavericks with possession here, trailing by 5. Harper against Dunn. And they're pushing it up. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and then for Dallas. Chandler comes in for Bradley. And Doncic is subbed in for Derek Harper. Zubac kicks to Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Doncic, no good. Clippers leading by 7. Leonard the bounce pass. And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Blackman. Doncic with a screen on Bogdanovich. Double by Bogdanovich. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here. Zubac with the screen for Dunn. And here's Leonard. Leonard down the lane. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Chandler, and the dunk by Chandler.
Well, there's the king of the putbacks, right? Chandler devastating on the offensive glass.
Here's Dunn. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Leonard looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. On the wing, again the Clippers.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Dallas calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
For the Clippers, Simmons checked in for Zubac. Amir Coffey comes in for Jones. And it's James Harden in for Bogdanovich. Nowitzki for 3. Dallas again missing. Clippers leading by 9. Coffey passes to Dunn. Leonard, powerful move.
Well, with a 7'3" wingspan, Kawhi Leonard can beat even good defense with that reach.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Mavericks trail by 13. Outside, Aguirre. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Kicks it out to Harden. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. Here's Nowitzki. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. That's 7 points for Nowitzki.
Well, incredible looking shot down in the paint. Nowitzki making it look so easy right now.
Leonard inside. He's against Nowitzki.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Aguirre against Leonard. Got loose. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got his first basket.
That's a big-time finish by Ben Simmons. With that frame, sometimes he makes that look easy.
Nowitzki left side. Here's Aguirre, and the dunk by Aguirre.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
A deep three from Leonard, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Bogdan Bogdanovic really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, here is Aguirre. On the wing, Doncic. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Doncic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Mavs. From deep Harden. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Nowitzki dishes to Doncic. Pass to Donaldson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Leonard forces it through inside.
So fluid on the floor. Leonard sets the screen and then immediately finds an opening to score.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Dallas calls timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Powell with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Leonard. Another one falls for the Clippers.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Locked up there for Powell. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Dunn finds Zubac. Nowitzki with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Donaldson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Donaldson's got 4 this quarter.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Los Angeles leading by 14. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you love the physicality from Chris Dunn. He's willing himself to the stripe thanks to the way he goes straight into the defense on that shot.
And so Dunn nails both of them. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Doncic passes to Donaldson. It's rebounded by Leonard. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But, Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect that guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Harden outside. Outside Leonard. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Nowitzki, wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 18. Leonard kicks to Zubac. And it's done in the corner. Up top, Zubac. Here's Leonard. Some solid D from Nowitzki. And the Mavericks with possession. Driving inside. Wire, no good. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but boy, he's a big-time player.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Clippers. Doncic with it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. Blackman's got his second bucket tonight. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-6 run. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Now, Doncic. Here's Mashburn. Powell pulls it in. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So, for the Clippers, Simmons checked in for Zubac. Amir Coffey comes in for Leonard. And it's Bogdanovich in for Powell. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
1:04 left to play in the third. And here's Harper from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Coffey. And here's Jones. No scoring in this one. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Bradley's checked in for Dallas. They get a hand on it. Harden against Harper. Pass to Jackson. It's Bradley on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And it's Harden shutting it down.
Well, look at James Harden create the steal, anticipating he's got the basketball. He can get a step on everybody and finishes in transition. That is beautiful end-to-end play.
Harper's shot's good.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Bradley is out there with Aguirre. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Derek Harper. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. Here's Dunn. Pass to Leonard. Jones with the screen on Aguirre. Throws it up high, and then Jones with the jam.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. One-on-one here. And Jones slams it home.
Well, Chris Dunn's passing ability was ready-made for the NBA.
From Chris Dunn.
Jones has gone 2 of 3 from the field. And they double up Jackson. Here's Harper. That ball's nice feed that time from Chandler.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Here's Bogdanovich. Harper with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, I love when Jackson just flips that switch in transition, just taking off there and just burning the D.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. And how much do you love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
Well, you know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good. Final quarter here, and we're just over 1.5 minutes through it. Aguirre against Leonard. And Jones sends it back. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
Now, here's Harper. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And stolen by Aguirre. A good look from Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
The three-point ability balances every other aspect of Luka's game, and when he's cooking from deep, look out.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A different look for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Brown comes in for Amir Coffey. And Simmons subbed in for Dunn. Now an update on Ivica Zubac from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Clippers was able to update me on the situation. Apparently he's experiencing neck spasms, and that's putting him in a lot of pain.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
That's what you want to see from Simmons, being aggressive and looking for his own shot.
Here's Doncic. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Sinks the three-pointer.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
There's a good screen. Here's Bogdanovich. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And flashing the athleticism on the drive. When Bogdanovich spots a lane, he attacks it.
And so here is Dallas. Doncic passes to Donaldson. Stolen away. One-on-one fast break. Puts it up from 17. Fires for 3. And that one's good. Eubanks. Eubanks got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Clippers.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Miller's checked in for Bogdanovich. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Miller. Outside, Simmons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
And they make Simmons battle for it, but he was up to the task.
And so here is Dallas. Tipped away and stolen by Miller. Outside, Jones. Brown sets a screen for Jones. Brown champs it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the basket by Nowitzki.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Simmons looking it over to the inside. Aguirre passes to Doncic. Ball's knocked loose. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
To Dallas. Substitution to the Clippers. Bogdanovich. Patty Mills.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Doncic. And Dallas again with the bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution
was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.